What happens when coal companies go broke and what happens to the pensions of their workers?
That's right.
When coal mines go bankrupt or go into financial difficulty, workers and retirees should not have to live in fear that they will lose their retirement benefits. Wall Street vulture funds that take over coal companies like Patriot Coal, Alpha Natural Resources, and Walter Energy should not be allowed to break the promises that were made to coal miners with respect to their pension and retiree health care benefits. When a worker is promised a pension, no one should be allowed to renege on that promise by pulling the rug out from underneath that worker. Do you know why people have very little faith in the system? If a promise was made to you 40 years ago, and you worked hard, and you gave up wage increases or health care benefits in order to protect your pension, and then at the end of your career, or when you are retired, somebody pulls the plug and says, oh, thanks for giving up all those other benefits, but now we're going to cut your pension 30, 40, or 50%.
Here, here.
Yeah.
That is, not only is it unacceptable, it really destroys faith in any system. How can anybody believe any promise made to anybody when those pensions are being cut? Now, many of you know that the United Mine Workers Pension Plan is on the brink of failure. Some 90,000 workers and retirees are at risk of having their pension benefits slashed by 30, 40, or 50%. In the Senate, I have been working hard to do everything I can to protect those pensions and the pensions, not only of miners, but of other workers throughout this country who are in a similar predicament. Our Clean Worker Just Transition Act would fully fund the United Mine Workers Pension Plan by using excess money from the Abandoned Mine Land Fund. My Keeping Our Pensions Promise Act would not only help mine workers in Kentucky, but workers who are being threatened with pension cuts all over this country. All right, now here's something that is interesting. Several senators, both Republicans and Democrats, have been fighting to protect these pensions. Sadly, Majority Leader Mitch McConnell has not. Now, as all of you know, Mitch McConnell is now the leader of the United States Senate. He is in a very strong position to protect the retirement benefits, the pensions of Kentucky coal miners. Now, last December, an agreement was struck by a bipartisan group of senators and members of Congress to include a plan in the budget agreement that would have fixed this problem for coal miners. But at the last minute, Senator Mitch McConnell removed it from the budget deal. Now, I honestly do not know why he would have done it, especially coming from a state where so many workers here will be hurt with significant reductions in their pensions. So,
Dirty money.
all right, but in any case, clearly that behavior is unacceptable. We will not allow the pension and retirement benefits of the United Mine Workers of America to be slashed. Senator McConnell should drop his opposition to this agreement and save the pension benefits of more than 90,000 coal miners in this country, and he should do it right now.
Hi, this is Mike Haber. Thank you for asking me, what is probation? Probation is a community-based sanction. It is an alternative to incarceration. Many judges and prosecutors consider probation to be a gift, but it's not necessarily a gift, and if it is, it's one given by an Indian giver, and it can be taken away at any time. There's 3 things that you need to know about probation. 1, everybody on probation in the state of Florida is subject to a series of standard conditions. You can find them by Googling Florida Statute 948.03. 2. You might have some special conditions that are tailored to you and your case. And 3. You necessarily give up many of your constitutional rights by virtue of being on probation. Among those rights are your right to be free from unreasonable searches and seizures. Your PO can show up at any time and search you, your home, your car. They don't need a warrant. That's part of the price tag for being on probation. It may help you to think of probation as walking on a tightrope. If you stray just a little bit, you fall. Except instead of landing and going splat, you land in jail. Probation is very restrictive. It's not for everybody. Before you agree to accept a community-based sanction like probation or community control, please speak to your lawyer. Make sure you understand the stakes. Make sure you understand the rules. Make sure you understand the obligations. Make sure it's right for you. Thank you for your question. Please submit more. I'd like to answer them in future webisodes. And in the meantime, please remember at Michael A. Haber, PA, it's all about reasonable doubt.